Welcome to LFC, your local sports channel. I'm Bob Hens along with Brent Musgrove and Bouvet Gabray on camera. We're at Scope in Norfolk for the finals of Monitor Merrimack Conference 2. It's February the 19th, 2014. On courtside right now, Brent has Michelle Feeney, Kecoughtan Warriors.
Thanks again, Bob. I'm here with head coach Michelle Vinny. Coach, it's been quite a unique year for you. You come in here with 4 years experience at Phoebus, 4 years experience at CNU. You've had some experience with these girls, but the main thing about this whole season is mid-season, some things take place at Kecoughtan where there's some change up in the staff. Somebody approaches you. You've been working with these girls, and what happens?
Well, I always told them that I'd be there for them. So which way it went, in worst case scenario, I'm always step up, try to be there for them girls. So I've known them for a while.
So you've known those girls since the 6th grade. You step in as head coach halfway through the season, and here you are coming in here, third seed, and you beat the team ahead of you the other night, Western Branch, and here you're playing for a spot in the regional. Tell me what that feels like, Coach.
It feels good. I'm more happy for the girls. I think they deserve it. They work hard. Their defensive efforts allowing us to come this far.
Well, let's talk about a couple of your players. Let's talk about number 5, your point guard, Alexis. Tell us a little bit about her.
She's fearless, not afraid of anything. The great thing about her is she plays good offense, but she also plays defense, and she also does well in school. So she's a great person to coach.
Is she your floor leader? Does she get people in space where you want them?
She's the leader. They feed off of her.
Okay, now let's talk about somebody a little bit different. Let's talk about Taylor Jones. This is a young lady that's going to University of Miami on a scholastic scholarship. I mean, we don't get often to talk about this, so tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, academics is important. She got accepted, I think, University of Miami, ODU, looking at UVA, other schools, and she has like a 3.9 GPA, honor society, English, math, and just very proud of her, yes.
Well, I want to congratulate you on a great season so far. We're not going to go into next year, but tell me what you expect from this team tonight when you play Woodside.
I expect them to play hard, play together, show a lot of team unity, fight hard from beginning to end, and I'll be happy with those results.
One last question, one last statement. Tell the people how helpful the parents and kids have been when you've had to step in like you did.
They've been very supportive. Very supportive. Couldn't ask for better support. Yeah.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. Your game's getting ready to start winding down. We've had fun. Okay, Bob, back over to you.
Thanks, Brent. The Kecoughtan Warriors knocked off the Western Branch to advance to the finals of this conference tournament. I see Mike Talon over on courtside. Brent, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. I'm here with head coach Mike Talon. Coach, 32 years in girls basketball, a couple more years in boys basketball. You're my senior ladies coach in the area, probably in the state, come to think of it. The same thing I say about Walter Brower, about the boys coaches. He's been around a long time. But let me just say a couple of things about this. First, I want to thank you for all the years because I've watched you on and off for many, many a year. But a unique year for you this year. You've had a lot of talent over the last 2-3 years. You've gone a long way. Tell us a little bit how this season has progressed for you. You've come in 4th place in the conference, turn around, knock off Bethel, number 1 seed by 12 points. So how's this going for you so far?
Well, we're actually tied for 3rd, and then we lost that draw. So that 4, I don't like that 4 number at all. That's unusual. But the difference is start 2 freshmen with no varsity experience at all, 1 sophomore, no varsity experience at all, and I've got 2 seniors who have started for the last 4 years who were always in the shadows. And both of them averaged between 2 and 4 points. And we lost 57 points of our offense this year, and we lost 40 the year before. So and we've never had any size. I've had 1 big kid since I've been here, and I've had 2 big kids when I was at Phoebus. So I don't even know what that's like hardly. So that's a unique aspect of it. The inexperience, the youth, the size. We're very small. But it's one of the most fun groups of kids I've ever worked with. They have been a true blessing to be around.
Well, we've always said that if you're going to play a Mike Talon team, you better be ready for some defense, because I think everything I've ever seen from you starts with defense.
Well, we try. We try. I don't know how much we really play right now, but we try to play it.
Well, I was looking at your size, and like you just said, there's not a whole lot of it on the floor. But to beat Bethel by 12 points was quite a game in itself.
I was especially there. Bethel's very, very experienced, very, very quick, well coached, very aggressive. They're a tough matchup for us because of all that speed. And Kecoughtan is very, very similar. They have a young, athletic, very aggressive group of kids. They got some ex-Phoebus coaches on the side, So that brings another level of intensity in there too. So it's kind of a mirror between the two.
Well, you just took care of my last question about Kecoughtan, so I'm going to move to a couple of players. Let's talk about number 10 senior Earp. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. She averaged 4 points a game last year. She's averaging 14 this year and 12 boards. And she's a good ball handler, good passer. And if you watch her, you look at her and you think, well, she doesn't look very athletic, but somehow, some way, she's always gotten it done. She's always had to guard bigger kids. The other girl is Alexis Bell, number 11. Probably the hardest working, hardest playing kid I've had, and I've had some good ones. And her whole game is just pure effort. And sometimes her effort is too much, but she averaged 2 points a game last year. She's averaging 10 and 10. So both of them were first team all-conference this year, which to me was an accomplishment for them because they've been, in the background for the last 3 years. And of course now they have to step up and they have to be the leaders of this group.
Well, Coach, just to sum it up, what you've just told me was how well the coaching has done is to bring these kids up to make the next step to contribute what they contribute now. And I want to thank you a whole lot for taking the time to come over with us before this game, and I hope I get to do this again with you.
I do too. It's always my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks again. All right, Bob, back to you.
The Lady Wolverines defeated the number 1 seed Bethel Bruins to advance. Now, because they knocked off the number 1 team, the winner of this game goes to the regionals, because Bethel already advances to the regional as a result of winning the regular season. So we're going to end up having the national anthem in just a minute, but I want to congratulate both of these teams, Mike Talon with the Wolverines of Woodside and Michelle Vini with the Warriors of Kecoughtan. And it's a good job of Brent and I being able to get over here and do these games, and we really appreciate it. Well, now as you look at the Kecoughtan Warriors, they were number 3 seed. They knocked off a good Western Branch game. I got a chance to get over see that you were a little under the weather and didn't make it. Well, West Branch is a big team, and Kecoughtan was trailing 8 points with about 3 minutes to go and reeled off 14 straight with steals.
Well, I got the chance to check some stats on that. What really made me comfortable was that, they hit 75% of their free throws, Kecoughtan did, which was a big part of them being able to pull that game out. And we've talked about that all year long and probably will again tonight about missed and made free throw opportunities.
Right. Well, I'll tell you a little bit. We got the Alexis Bell is number 11 starting for the Woodside. Komani Earp, number 10. Adia Kelly, number 22. Jana Kilpatrick, number 3. And Tanya Scott, number 30. If you want to give the starters for the Bruins, for the Warriors.
For the Kecoughtan Warriors, we got Deandra Baxton, number 3. We've got Alexis Great, who we thank the coach for talking a little bit about, number 5. And then, of course, go to Wilson, number 15. I'm trying to get in here as they're announcing. Kayla Clifton, number 23. And Christina Cherry, number 32. They're the starters for your Kecoughtan Warriors.
She's she's a senior, one of the senior leaders on this team.
She's one of the people she talked about. She's been in this program 4 years, and she's really upped her game this year. Little reach in on the floor.
Got a foul before the shot. Good call. First foul we've got of the ball game. And I can get the number who got the foul. So. Nice strong rebound that time by number 22 for the Wolverines. Find the numbers not in order here. That's Kelly. If they're numerical, I can find them real quick. Here's the workhorse. And that's
foul on number 3.
Yeah, number 3 got the foul, but that number 5, Alexis Great. What a nice job she's done this year. One of the leading scorers on the Peninsula District, averaging 19 points a game and 4.5 steals a game. GPA 3.5. Can you count that high?
Well, I'll tell you this. I never saw it on my report card. I'm not trying to embarrass my parents, but I'm just telling you. 3.5 was how many days I missed a week. Well, that's not uncharacteristic for her. She missed both free throws.
Very unusual. She's got asthma. She had a lot of trouble in that in the game against the Western Branch. She had to come out a couple times to take an inhaler. But you'll see Mike Talon's very disciplined team. And look who comes out with the ball.
Good recovery. Broke it up well. Let's see.
There's nobody breaking into the
you got
on top of the key for the.
You got Woodside playing a 2-3 zone. It looks like. Well, nice shot
that time by Great. You got a tie game. I'm sorry, we got tie game.
It's a little bit different for us. That scoreboard straight up over our head. Well, right now, Kecoughtan seems to have Woodside a little bit disruptive on their passing. And,
they're getting their hands in the passing lane.
Right.
The other night, the guy called it just because it went over the top.
That time it touched everything but the people in the top row and didn't get called, but that's okay. Way to look.
Little bump, little touchy foul there. Number 3 for the Warriors. Braxton, just a sophomore. Very unusual to have Peninsula District officials doing this game, but you notice that Kecoughtan doing a good job of double teaming and cutting off passing lanes inside. Nice move that time.
She's got both buckets for Woodside so far.
Yeah,
so if they get that ball inside.
She's the tallest one on. They got her listed at 5'10". She does a good job in that post area.
Kecoughtan's gotten away with a couple of cross-court passes.
Yeah.
It's a nice look. Wow. That was a nice look by number 3. She just kind of drifted a little bit to the left when you let the shot go.
Yeah. Woodside leading 2-4.
Woodside's content to sit back in that zone and force something to happen.
But that's a bad pass when you're coming across the court like that.
Well, they've probably thrown 4 cross-court passes so far. That's how tight the touch foul on number 30, I believe. Yep, 3-0.
Did you get who the foul was
on?
on?
Number 30. That was on Scott. Well, that rim's got to be tight.
I tell you, that thing is tight as a mug. You see how high that ball bounced?
That's what I'm saying. That's as tight a rim as I've seen. That's 2 balls that have hit off the back of the rim and gone all the way up and hit the clock on the backboard.
The press seems to be doing the job.
That's 4 turnovers. Nice drive. It's 22. Pick that up.
That's number 22. That's Kelly.
Madonna. Nice.
Well, the fadeaway by Great. Nice move.
More than the fadeaway was the shoulder.
There's a shot. That's Bell. Alexis Bell.
Another 2.
Her sister, her sister's up at Delaware, the 2nd year at Delaware. I've talked to her mother and dad, the neatest people. Boy, they follow these young ladies all the time. And they're here, and their daddy's up. He's doing his filming job, and Mama's sitting back not saying anything because Daddy controls the filming.
Woodside zone seems to be working a little bit. Kecoughtan's having some trouble. Everything they're doing so far has been
outside.
10-footer, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to call a foul on number 32 for the Warriors, and that's Cherry. Cherry, and she's one of the seniors on this team.
Nice rebound.
That was it, and then protected the ball after you got the rebound. Very good job that time by
Woodside
Cherry.
had a good offensive series. They just couldn't get the ball to go down. They got 2 rebounds in that
Did you hear Mike Talon over saying, reverse it, move the ball before the defense gets a chance to change.
Kecoughtan's getting the shots they want, I think. They just can't get anything to fall.
Right now they're trailing 8-4.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Kilpatrick, it brings the ball up for them. Their point guard kind of sets up their offense. Good job of flashing in the center that time. That was number 10 that got that basket. That's Herb.
Yeah, that's Herb. She's got 3 buckets so far. All within 10, 12 feet. But that, you got that range. That's a good, that was close to a foul.
We got number 12 for the Warriors coming in. That's Taylor Jones. Now, Taylor Jones, you talk about a young lady that's something else. She got a 3.9 GPA. She's in the National Honor Society, English Honor Society, and Science Honor Society. Has already been accepted to Miami academically. Has also been accepted to ODU and is supplied to Duke and UVA. Wow.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Mom and Daddy got to be proud of that young lady. You got to control the ball. Oh, nice job that time of using the other leg down as a screener going down the court.
No foul there. Definitely took her feet out from under her. I don't understand.
Have a quick timeout. Michelle Vinny doesn't like what she sees. They're trailing by 10 points.
I guess
that was not a foul. People said, why did the foul? She just tripped herself.
Well, the other girl's feet were under her. The other girl's feet were under her that time.
Were they?
Yeah. That was why I was curious. I wouldn't have said anything if she tripped herself. But it looked like the right foot of number 3 just happened to be in that mid-step. Inadvertent.
Yeah, what they call that inadvertent contact.
Back to the game. Right now, it's less than 2 minutes to go, and Woodside's got a 14-4 lead. And the main thing I'm seeing is Kecoughtan's not getting any second chances. Woodside in that zone has been able to control the boards. No second chances for Kecoughtan, and that's where they score a lot of points.
Well, I saw Kecoughtan get one offensive rebound in, but they never converted.
Couldn't convert it. Yeah. Woodside has been able to get out on the break, even though they're not doing a lot of passing going down. They're able to beat Kecoughtan down the floor on the dribble.
Yeah. That was a nice rebound, but she got hit by her own player and knocked her off stride. Oh, give and go. The basic rule in basketball, give and go. Now, that's a tough shot to see. Foul got... he said she threw a punch, but
the only punch I've seen was that one.
Kilpatrick is on the line.
The big thing about this game tonight for these two girls is only one of these teams is going on to the next stage.
That's right.
Whereas in the boys, both are moving on, win or lose.
Right, but this game, you got to win to go to the regionals because Bethel's got one of the seeds because they won the regular season. But
nobody's calling anything here.
she gave her the ball first. Wait. She's giving her the ball. Okay, that's Kecoughtan is so anxious.
It's going to be on 35 for Kecoughtan.
Yeah, that's 35 for Kecoughtan. She's checked in. That's Casey Blow. She's also a senior, 5'8".
Good job getting that ball out of her hands.
Right, because she had perfect position, get the ball. She's right at the box, turn around, hit a little old 2-foot jumper.
You can hear Coach Talon been doing that for many a year.
More years than he likes to talk about. And there's Alexis. Oh, what a nice shot she's got. And nobody's looking at her, and I don't understand it. She's got a lot of potential. She'll play for somebody, and what she's going to do is hopefully she'll get accepted and try to walk on or something like that. But I think the young lady deserves a look at getting a scholarship to one of these, maybe not Division I, but at least Division II schools.
She's got a lot of talent. She can be playing in a lot of places. Oh, there you go.
With a three, right at the buzzer.
Just to tell you how this is going, of the 7 points that Kecoughtan has,
she's got to have all of the one.
She's got all the points.
She got all of them.
She's got all the points. Yes, she does. Of course, we're talking about Alexis Grayton. That's the young lady that Coach Finney was so up on, talking about being a hustler and got a whole lot of spirit.
She does everything.
And does everything for the team. And as you can see right now, she's got 2 twos and a 3 for their 7 points. The only thing she's missed is she's been to the foul line and wasn't able to convert that. But that was right at the beginning of the game, and even Kareem used to miss them at the beginning of the game.
Well, you sometimes you're not warm, you're not in the flow of what's going on, so it makes a big difference.
But if you want to go down to Woodside and they're 18 points, you got Earp and Bell with 6 points apiece, and you've got let me make sure I got this right. You've got Kilpatrick with 4, and then you've got Kelly with 2. So that's their points. But you got the 2 number 1 girls, both of them with 6 points. Kilpatrick's just a sophomore. In the game they played against Bethel, she had 17 points.
Wow.
Well, let's see if Kecoughtan can make a run and make this a little bit better game. They got to find somebody else to take the pressure off.
Well, they can't get the ball inside, and it didn't take but just a second for Alexis Bell to figure out if they're going to throw that ball across court like that, I can intercept it, and she did.
Yeah, I guarantee you that was something that was talked about.
That's a tough pass to make, that cross court. And of course, Kecoughtan's playing the man-to-man. Woodside back in that zone is not letting you. Oh boy, they're calling a touch foul on that. Young number Casey Blow got another foul. It's her second one, isn't it?
That's her second, yep. But everybody's not seeing the fouls.
Now Kecoughtan back in the zone from on the inbounds underneath the basket. Now they switch back to the man-to-man.
Yeah, almost, yep.
Got the ball and then the body.
Yep.
Number 3 for the Warriors picks it up. Braxton.
And I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure I'm right on that. I've got her for at least 2 fouls, if not 3.
Yeah, well, she had the one on the inbounds, so I know she's got at least 2. These rims are really tight.
Man, to say the least. Nice drive.
It's a great
Just
drive.
can't finish it. The one Kecoughtan player knocked it out of the other Kecoughtan player's hands.
You got to know the color of the jersey you're playing. Boy, they've got 3 rebounds right there for Woodside.
Yeah.
It's got to be frustrating for the Warriors because they're fighting hard trying to get some rebounds and can't get them. She's going to go to the right every time.
To her.
And I'm talking about the young lady from Woodside, number 10. Herb, she goes to the right 90% of the time. She's got a nice shot.
Look good.
That's number 1 for the Warriors. That's Huggins, right?
Yeah, that's Huggins.
Oh, yeah. Teachy gonna go right.
Shame of the Crickets. A whole lot of one on down at it. Everybody missed. Good, smart move. Hold the ball up. Let's settle things down. You've got to get back in this game. That might be one way to do it if you can hit it. But the rest of the team's got to be aware you're putting it up because there was nobody underneath the basket. That was a little touchy.
But the whistle was blown after the shot.
So that's her third foul. Yeah, that's the third foul.
Foul against the Warriors, number 35, Casey Blow.
That is her third.
Yep. Might bit touchy.
Warriors still trailing by 11. That's what they were trailing by at the end of the half.
Coach Talon's got to be happy. They got off to the start they wanted.
They did that.
Getting the ball down low and using their big people.
That's what you got to do. Drive, you're going to get the foul call.
Yep.
Good job that time by number 12.
I figure out who he called it on.
That's Taylor Jones.
Foul against Woodside, number 30,
I'm just amazed what that young lady has gone through and what she's done in school and everything. Her parents are going to be so proud of her.
Short. I did not get who the foul was on that time, Bob.
I didn't either. But you can sometimes pick it up over there.
Yeah, I'll have to catch up in the
Woodside, Kirkpatrick's got 1, Bell's got 1,
Scott's
got 2, and Bowden's got 1.
That was on
All
Scott.
right, she made that second free throw.
Okay.
Burt bringing the ball up.
Should have already been 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Should have already been 5 because she had 3 when she crossed the line.
And Woodside taking the timeout. One thing about it, a lot of people don't understand on the 5-second count. You can hold the ball for 4 dribbles, and you got another 5.
Another 5 seconds.
Yeah. So, but you're right. There was a 5-second call, and the Laura Heiser called it right. Bruins. I keep wanting to say the Bruins, and I apologize for that. The Warriors. Within 10, they got a chance to get it to the single digit, and that's what they got to do. They got to keep the lead. Don't let it get more than single digits.
Right.
They got a chance
to make a run.
Yeah, they can make a run because I've seen them make the runs.
It's like you said earlier, though. That last series, they got the ball down inside, drew fouls.
You got to get the ball inside. You got to put pressure on the inside.
Yeah.
Put pressure on Earp. Earp is scoring most of the points for the Wolverines. Well, that one. Wow, what a nice shot. That's number 3 again. Kilpatrick. The idea was there.
But you notice
There was a little bit of contact.
tad bit of contact there, folks. But not only that, even though Kecoughtan's got the ball, who knocked it out of bounds? Woodside. They were trailing that shot quicker than Kecoughtan was. They're getting back. They're getting down.
Oh, but if you don't get back to Mike Talon,
You gonna sit back.
He's gonna bring you on the bench and talk about getting back. Getting back on the bench. He's a disciplinarian. I tell you, Kilpatrick playing zone, she really puts pressure on whoever's got the ball in her area, doesn't
Number
she?
1 hit a 3. Nice shot right there.
Great.
Lexus Stevens going to basket.
That's what they need to do. Nice block. 3. Oh, no. Yep, she took it right into her, had a player on each side and never thought about giving it up. She had a player on each side.
You got to give it up. That was
It was
Wilson.
classic. It was a classic.
And she's just a sophomore. But that's one, she's got to learn that. You stop, if you're not going to pitch the balls at one side or the other, stop and take a little short 8-foot jumper.
That's it. Yeah, well, that was a classic 3-on-1 fast break.
Yeah, and that, you don't get those very often. You got to take advantage. You got to score.
There you go. Way to make it up. Good recovery.
She says, I got to do something to make it up, and she did.
Mike,
Wow, there you go. See the pressure.
pressure's making a difference, and this is what you told me the other night Kecoughtan came out and did in the 4th quarter.
Yep. And I'm not going to tell you that the gals for, there was a couple gals for Western Branch weren't too big, but they could have played tackle. And I mean, they were and good athletes. One of them could really hit the threes. Good job.
Nice.
Hit the ball and throw it up. The only good things can happen. They've got 4 points off 2 steals, right?
Yes.
The last 2 possessions. Going to call a foul on.
23.
I didn't get to see the numbers. 23.
Yeah,
That's Clifton.
that's our first.
She's just a junior.
Wow, that. It's 22 going to the line.
Yeah, that's Kelly.
Well, we're down to 2:18 to go, and Kecoughtan has closed it down to a 6-point game. Of course, Woodside's going to the line.
With 1 and 1, you always got the chance of them missing that first one. So if you're Woodside, you say, okay, we got to get that first one. That looks a little hard, but you got to get the rebound. Wow, Woodside had a golden opportunity.
That was a big series. No. She got away with it.
A little short.
Yep.
And
Good
you gotta
idea.
follow your shot, Brent.
Yeah,
You
good
and I
idea.
talk with that a lot.
Little
Going
anticipation.
to call foul on number 5. No,
On
on
12.
12. 12, and that's Taylor Jones.
Foul call against Kecoughtan's number 12, Taylor Jones.
That puts her back at the line again. Is that Kelly? All right, she hit one.
Kelly got the first one of a 1-and-1.
That's her first. This is her 5th attempt now.
Yeah, Wilson comes back in for the Warriors, and Huggins goes out.
There you go.
Made them both back to an 8-point lead, but they're still in the second single digits.
You see what coach has done? He's playing.
Playing great man to man.
Yeah.
Especially bringing the ball in bounds.
Oh. Oh, that was there for just a second.
They waited too long to get the ball in bounds inside. No, it's off. Way off. Way off. The young lady underneath the basket breaks to the foul line, and they wait a second.
And that's too late.
It's too late. You got to boom. You got to get, when she breaking there, you got to be thinking of getting the ball to her. You can't wait about it. Number 12, put that down. We're talking, that's Paris Sims, sophomore for Mike Talon. She took that ball with a lot of confidence, didn't she? Nice pass inside. Taylor Jones got a nice entry pass that time, put the ball in. We got seconds to go.
Will be big.
Yeah, it's a big shot. Number 15, I tell you, Wilson doing a great job, just a sophomore. Cut the lead to 5 with 9 seconds and counting.
Nice move.
And then Alexis Bell, and she gets in.
Nice move.
That's a great move.
She did just what you were talking about a minute ago. She drove to the basket. It wasn't there. She drew up, hit that 5-footer off the glass.
Off the
Couldn't
glass.
ask for any better move from where she was.
No, that was a great job that time by Alexis Bell. The score right now, 29-22 in favor of the Woodside. We got a timeout.
We got a halftime.
Huh?
We got a halftime.
Well, that's timeout, right?
Yes, it is.
Halftime. We'll be back right after this brief timeout. Welcome back to the second half of tonight's Conference 2 Monitor Merrimack Girls Finals. The winner goes to the regionals against, this is Woodside with 29, Kecoughtan with 22. Brent, this has been a fast-paced game, but a lot of activity, not that many fouls called to let them play a little bit. Right now, Woodside seems to have the upper hand, but we saw Kecoughtan down. They were down double digits. Now they're only trailing by 7. So you wanted to get it at least single digits before the end of the first half. You got some scores, so.
Yeah, before I get that, no doubt Woodside had the best first quarter. They came out and established what they wanted to do, and they got, like you said, got the double-digit lead. Kecoughtan finally came out into a press and was able to force a few turnovers and get some points on that. So saying that, let me just say for Kecoughtan, the leading scorer is one of the ladies we talked about, Alexis Great. She has 9 points in the first half of the Kecoughtan's 22 points. And the next leading, they got a couple of scorers with 5, and that's Wilson and Dance, I think it is. No, number 10, number 12, and that's Taylor Jones, one of the other girls.
Taylor Jones. So we just got done talking to her dad over here during halftime, and he's so proud of that young lady.
Well, let me just give you Woodside real quick. Woodside's got, of course, their 2 major players, and that's Bell and Earp. They both have 8 points apiece, and then number 3 for them, and that's the other starter. She is Kilpatrick. She was one of the leading scorers the other night. She has 6, and they're very balanced. They've got 8, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1 in scoring. So they're pretty spread out. Got 6 people who've scored. So that's where we stand right now. Nobody in double figures. Pretty balanced out. Now let's see who can establish the dominance this third quarter. Because to me, each team had a quarter in the first half.
Right. Kecoughtan's the second quarter, but Woodside been playing that zone. It's hard to penetrate the zone, causing Kecoughtan to throw the ball across court. You and I both talked about how that sometimes not a good thing. On the other hand, Kecoughtan playing man-to-man. They're pressuring the ball. They want to get the turnovers. They got 2 quick turnovers and 4 quick points towards the end of that second quarter.
And it got him back in the game, and it looks like, I can't tell you, they're playing a matchup zone almost. Kecoughtan is. Yeah.
Now they're going to call a foul. She went between 2 people. They're going to call it on 3.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but no, I'm not. I mean, she tried to step through 2 players who both had their hands up in the air, and she fell down and
draws the foul.
And
Now,
goes to the line.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That just never did make any sense to me. Herb made the first free throw. She's shooting a 2-shot foul.
Well, we now have 1 player in double figures, and that's Earp. She's got 10 points for the game. Tried to force that, and the Warrior removed away from the pass, and Woodside stepped right in. And you see who she's got out front handling the ball now.
Yeah, Earp is handling the ball. 5 seconds. A good call.
Yeah.
You're dribbling the ball. You still got 5 seconds. You're closely guarded.
Yeah.
So that's a turnover apiece in the second half already for the 2 teams. But you hear the bench get wild over there for Bruins. I mean, for the Warriors.
Trying to tell her. Whoa, that's
good. 2 good rebounds. That number 23 for the
Warriors.
That's Clifton. Kayla Clifton. One of the juniors on that team.
Well, they're trying to run a weave, but they're running it from side to side. That was almost a carry there.
Yeah. So Alexis Bell with the ball out in front. They just throw some cutters.
Jump ball. Good work. That possession will go to Kecoughtan.
Yep. Because if Herb got that ball by herself, that was 2. Because she's going to make that shot underneath that basket.
Yep.
You got to like Alexis Bell. She's got a nice little
12.
Yeah, 12-footer. Looks really nice.
And what's nice about it, she goes to her left on the dribble, and she's right-handed. She draws up and gets that shot about 10, 12 feet. That's tough to defend in the pros, much less here.
Foul is on
number 5.
Yeah, that Alexis Gray.
That's her second.
She was going for the ball, but she made contact before she got to the ball.
Yeah.
So.
But I guarantee she got somebody's attention.
I tell you.
Isn't that what the wide receiver says to the quarterback? Don't throw that thing up there, man. That's her shot right there.
She's got a pretty release on that ball, Alexis Bell does.
Oh, come on. She's trying to feed it in there when it's not there.
Well, and there was a real quick jump ball call. Nobody really had
possession
between the 2 of them. So you just a little anxious on the whistle that time, I think.
Well, it's been a fairly well called game. It's awful quiet in here because, as you talked about before the game, it's 2 Peninsula teams. We're in Norfolk Scope.
And we got 25 of our best friends, right? That's what Lynn Burke said.
Yeah.
That's the third one on Alexis Bell.
At 5, number 5.
She had her arm.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. It's a great drive. Just finished a little strong. It's a great drive.
I think she thought she might get a little bit of contact that time, didn't get it. Kecoughtan stays in that man-to-man, trying to pressure the ball, and of course, Woodside drops back in that zone. What we got going on now?
Something I never saw.
Foul on Huggins.
The mystery foul. Oh, she called that to Kecoughtan.
Yeah.
Surprised me.
Maybe a makeup.
Number 3's hurt.
Yeah, but you want that.
Number 3 is hurt for Woodside. Good block.
And they got it and won. That good job that time. You got like Wilson's doing a great job. Just a sophomore, number 15.
10, on 10.
Cameron Wilson.
Yeah, it's a 5-point game going to the line, Bob.
Oh, wow. They just hanging in. That's what they did against Western Branch. And then Western Branch went up about 8, and all of a sudden, boom, Katie blocked the door. You just make one steal after another, and that's what you got to do. Is you're going to have a run. When's it going to come?
Well, and both teams usually have 1 or 2 runs. And we call a run not a 2-point or 4-point thing, but when they get a 7, 8, 9-point run without the other team scoring. And both teams are going to make them. And as a coach, you got to anticipate them, see it start to happen, either timeout or change something to stop that run.
Change some of that momentum. That's right.
Well, Kecoughtan's come back to make it a game because Woodside has had their way for the most part.
Yeah, they have. They have that right.
Well, I've got 4 fouls called against Kecoughtan this half and 1 called against Woodside so far.
Wow.
It's nice to look up and see that my book's right with theirs. It's nice to know that their book is
Well,
right.
the only problem with looking up, I'm going to fall over backwards. Get one shot, got a chance to make the old-fashioned 3-point play here.
Nice
and
work.
did it. And did it. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, got a lot of ball on that. Her hand's made out of rubber. She got a lot of ball. That's all I can tell you. Who was that on? Number 7, I think, or number 1. That's her second. She made it.
Braxton comes back in. Replacing Clifton for the Warriors.
Always a help. It's always
They're playing a box and 1.
nice pass.
Nice pass.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. That was number 3. Oh, what a great pass that time. That was, what was that? That was from Wilson, wasn't it?
15-3, yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be a charge as much as anything. That's got to be a charge as much as anything. The girl been standing there since yesterday.
Yeah, he's going to call it on number 3, Braxton.
That's her second, her third.
Cut it to 4. The Kilpatrick is going everywhere that Alexis Great is going. They're playing man-man. She is just dogging her wherever she goes. Whether it's inbounds, it don't make any difference. Got them both.
I got to tell you right now.
Mike Town called a 30-second timeout.
Just to give you a heads up, Woodside scored 1 bucket this half and 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
Wow.
That makes a big difference.
We have watched a game over, I think it was Phoebus, when they were playing Kings Fork.
That's right.
And they held Kings Fork to 3 field goals the second half. One of them was a 3 with 1 minute to go in the game, but they were 95% from the foul line.
And won.
And won.
Yeah,
by double digits.
Had 3 or 4 field goals in the second half, and won by 8 or 9.
That shows you how important free throws are in the ball game,
As my wife
because
always
nobody
says,
else is there.
It's free.
Yes.
Practice it. It's free.
That's why they call it a free throw. It don't cost you nothing, and nobody can guard you.
Still a 6-point game. Kecoughtan's been able to catch up a little and maintain. So,
Well, if that wasn't a walk, well, it should have been a walk, 1 3 seconds. The girl got the ball and did a shuffle step in there. But that was the telegraph, that pass.
yeah,
You can't do that.
same move she tried.
She's a little tired. That was no legs under that shot.
Pace has picked up a little bit, Bob.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Could have been some walking going on there, and I just missed it. I don't know. I love number 15. She didn't wait for her to go.
No.
She went for the ball.
That's right. You put it out there in front of me on the floor.
Camerlyn Wilson, just a sophomore, 5'7", going to be a good one to Kecoughtan.
Yeah.
Back up to an 8-point lead.
Right-handed hook. Oh, that's a little suspect. 23. That's her second.
That's a 2-shot foul, and that's rebounding. Alexis Bell, good job rebounding that time. Got the ball.
Yeah.
Got the it was about 3 rebounds I think that time for the Woodside Wolverines.
Well, that's the first thing. It hadn't been great for her. That's the first free throw she's missed.
That's the first one she's missed.
Yeah. Now she missed 2. Wow.
You gotta want that ball. You gotta want that ball. And
do
number
that.
30 for the Wolverines wanted it harder than anybody else, and that's Tanya Scott. She wanted that ball bad and got it.
It's been 5.
The one thing as a coach you hate to see a offensive rebound on a missed foul shot.
Foul on 32.
They don't like her.
Well, I'm just telling you that's just
They
to tell
don't
you how
like
this is going.
Christina
That's 8
Cherry.
fouls against Kecoughtan and against Woodside and 1 against Kecoughtan.
And you got to tell me that there weren't any fouls committed against the against Wolverines.
Been 8 called on Kecoughtan, 1 called on Woodside.
Wow. Hey,
She
way to
must have heard
go,
me.
Kilpatrick. Foul on her, number Clifton got fouled that time.
She must have heard me when she went by.
I don't know, but 8-1 ain't right.
Well, she
She's
put
not
up,
bashful, and you got to put the ball up. You can't make it if you don't at least shoot.
yeah, but she almost was doing a fadeaway from the 3-point
Yeah,
line.
she jumps backward when she shoots instead of going straight up.
Well, minute and 16 to go in the third quarter, and now back up to an 8-point game for Woodside. Oh, a little late on that call.
Herb is going to the line. But I've never seen the foul so wide. 9-2.
Yep.
And she's going to make her free throw. She hadn't missed many tonight either.
No, she hadn't. She hadn't missed any.
Well, I was pretty close.
Yeah, you were
didn't I?
close. Yeah. But you got to give yourself that margin. you know.
Okay, well, I was closer
You
than
were close.
second, right?
Yeah, you still were first. She's got 12 points for the evening.
Nice looking shot.
Yep. Woodside's just getting position down low. That's all there is to
and
it.
that's coaching.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. They're just getting position. No second shots. It should have been 5 seconds.
Cameron Wilson gets her hands on a lot of the
There she is.
a lot of the passing lanes. 7 seconds to go, and it's back up to a 12-point lead.
That cut it to
Now
9.
it's down to 11. Back to a 9-point lead.
Where you been all day?
Whoa. I tell you what, this is an exciting game. We're getting to see a good contest. I'm just surprised at the
In that third quarter.
disparity of the fouls from 9 on one team to 2 on the other team. But
Let me just give you this. In the third quarter, Kecoughtan scored 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points from the field, 1 free throw. Woodside scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of 11 from the free throw line.
they got 11 points from the
Only 6 points in the field and 8 points from
8
the free
from the
throw.
foul line.
Yeah.
Well, you're shooting up foul shots, and you're pretty good at it. You
Oh,
win a lot of
hey,
games.
you got to go with the when you're shooting 75%, you're shooting way above. That's what it takes to win ball games. But Woodside's getting a couple of calls have been at half court and stuff like that. I just don't understand. You know, they've been letting them play, and then all of a sudden,
And
bang.
then there's a little touch foul call.
Yeah.
Either you're going to call them touch all the time, or you're not. But you got to call them both ways.
Well, like I say, Kecoughtan, the only time they went to the line in the third quarter was on a 3-point play.
Was when you foul when you're shooting the ball.
Yeah, it's the only time.
They get the rebound. They miss the shot, get the rebound. Back to 11-point lead.
Now you got to look at this pressure. Good moves. Now that's not. Come on. Come on.
Wait a minute. There's a foul call against Woodside? Hallelujah. What time? Taylor Jones going to the line. I just can't tell you how impressed I am with this young lady in the National Honor Society, English Honor Society, Science Honor Society, 3.9 GPA. Oh, wow. Got an academic to Miami.
And I can't even get a membership to my swimming pool. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, she's so far above you and me. We're just.
Oh, come on, you got.
There's the shot, in and out.
Sure looked good on the release, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I thought that was in. That was Alexis Bell. That's her shot.
I thought that was money, buddy. There you go again. Got 22 on the foul for Woodside.
Yeah. That's only the, third team foul?
That's a fourth
team foul.
But you got to understand how smart Alexis was for Kecoughtan. She knew what her foul situation was. She just went down there and stopped. She didn't go up and contest the ball, but it was enough influence to stop the shot.
And she got 3 fouls.
Yeah. And Woodside zone has got him pushed out a little bit. Oh, right at her feet. You can't throw it at her feet. She's pushing off with her left hand.
Three with off.
Yeah. Okay, she threw
See
it
a
off.
little bit elbow in there. You can't do that.
Yeah. And I think he's playing. He's got to hit that shot.
Got an offensive rebound.
You can't.
Good move that time by Alexis Bell. Waited till the team got back. No big rush.
Yeah, time's on your side.
Yep. 3.5 to go in the
fourth quarter.
In the game. Mike just moving the ball. Wants to move the ball around, get a good shot. You'll take it. Not clock's on your side. Leading by 10.
Yeah, Earp passed up a nice shot last time. Now she's taking it to the bucket.
That's what she can do.
Oh, nice
good
move.
job using the board and everything.
Yep.
Did a little too hard. Kecoughtan's got to make a spread here. There's less than 5. They got to make a move. Took a little extra step in there.
Yeah. Little shuffle.
Shuffled off to Buffalo.
Yeah,
Wasn't that a song or something?
Yeah, but don't ask me anything about singing.
I'm not asking you for you to sing. Yeah. Your family sings.
Oh, yeah, they do. They let me go watch and listen, and that's wonderful. But if I leave the shower when I start humming, you know what I'm saying? I just leave the water running and go out. She tried that same
no offensive rebounds at all.
No, and
Woodside doing a great job.
They're just packing back. Take your shot. If you make it, fine. If not, you're not going to get a second shot.
12-point lead.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mike hadn't called a timeout. Tell him what he wants and give him a rest.
Good job that time. Number 3 for Braxton for the Warriors, anticipating where that ball was going to go. She got a hand in there.
None of the rest of their players moved. Of the Warriors moved when that ball got tipped.
They're not looking to shoot. They're
No.
not looking to shoot. And I wouldn't shoot unless I had a layup. But I noticed when Kecoughtan does one thing, they will tap the ball, and then everybody just looks at the ball.
Yeah.
Nobody goes towards
Nobody jumps it.
The Wolverines, they're going for the loose ball.
Yeah. Kecoughtan, I don't know if it's because they're tired, but haven't got the legs, but like you say, they'll tap a ball loose and nobody's going after it. Just one, maybe the person that tapped it.
Yeah.
She's having a great night. I don't want to jinx her. I did. I did. That's her first.
Is that her first miss?
That's her first missed free throw. Nice move. Just can't finish it.
Can't get her offensive rebound.
No.
You got to put pressure on them. You got to put pressure on them. You Kecoughtan. You got to put pressure. And they're not collapsing.
No.
They got to collapse and make her not get that layup.
Somebody wasn't looking. The official had their back turned or something. But she got nailed.
And he's taken these young ladies and has got the best out of them and just done an outstanding job.
And they're disciplined. They listen.
Very disciplined. They listen to him.
Yep. He's got a lot out of them. But I got to take it off to both of these teams because you got to look at what Kecoughtan went through midseason.
Yeah.
Complete change in staff and she's been able to. Here they are playing for a shot at the regionals. I mean, so you got to take your hat off to both of these coaches.
Yeah.
Woodside's doing exactly what they want to do. They're double teaming in the middle. When the
2 minutes to go, and the Warriors.
Yeah, they're going to have to start
right
fouling.
now, they got to foul. They got to try to get the ball somehow.
Nice pass.
And that's what you do.
Nice pass.
And that's the only shot you want if you're the Wolverines.
Yes.
Michelle Vini has done just an outstanding job for the Warriors.
But as you said, the Kecoughtan girls just aren't collapsing.
And it's not even a one-on-one for the Warriors yet.
Yeah, that's just the fifth. I think it's the fifth or sixth foul. Kecoughtan's had 10 called against them already. Over 10. That's the fourth foul on number 3 for Woodside.
Kilpatrick.
Yeah. See, somebody.
Got to shoot.
So nobody's setting the screen.
There you go. Good shot.
Yep.
Good
She
shot.
needed it a long time ago.
That was Braxton, just a sophomore herself.
Good chase.
Less than a minute to go. But you got it. They're not They're letting them make the open passes. They're not overplaying defensively away from the ball. Good move.
Yeah,
They don't need to make a basket. They don't need to make a basket. That's 4 on Alexis.
What you got to say about Alexis, though, is she's got all the points for Kecoughtan, or a lot of them, and she's just a sophomore also. So that bodes well for Kecoughtan.
She's going to get better and better.
Well, she's no doubt about it.
Mike Talon's team did what he wanted them to do tonight.
Yeah, but I got to go. Earp has just done an outstanding job. She's a senior, and she's put up 8, 9, 10, 19, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 points. Good use of the glass.
I love that. That's Braxton, another sophomore. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the final, 54-39.
Well, Bob, it was a 6-point game in the middle of the third quarter. And ends up being a 15-point game. So Woodside was able to do what they wanted to do, and I have to tell you, they took advantage of getting to the free throw line.
They did that.
They did that. In the second half alone, they made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 free throws in the second half.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, I want to thank you for all your help, Woobaga-Bray, and we want to thank the people over here. Todd Price, athletic director at Woodside, did a lot of help getting us our names over here so we could get in and do this ball game. Woobay on camera. The final score tonight, 54-39 in favor of the Woodside. They will go on to the regional along with Bethel High School. I don't know. You want to kind of wrap? What do you got? Anything else you need
All I
to
want
say?
to say, it's nice to be able to get to do this tonight. Thanks for the TV station and the school system and LSC for letting us come over here and put this on. And for both schools, coaches, great night. No matter where you're going home or where you're moving on, it's been a good night to play basketball.
It's been a great night. For Brent Musgrove, Woobaga-Bray, I'm Bob Hintz from Norfolk Scope. Good night, everybody.